Good morning. It is February 5th, 5:44 in the morning. Today is a Saturday. It's the end of the week and I don't know where this week went. Oh, that's okay. It's been a vacation week. And this week I've been really putting myself out there in the sense of kind of stepping out of my comfort zone. And my comfort zone normally is stay at home, enjoy my house, be on the computer, being learning something else or playing a game. That's been my comfort zone for the most of this pandemic. But I've been really trying to put myself out there and just accept invitations to go out and spend time outside more. So this week, I feel like I've done a lot of hanging out with friends. We had some friends over our house this week, which technically is not going out, but socializing, I guess. Socializing, not on Zoom, not virtual socialization. So we had some friends over to our house, and it was such a good group of people. And I think the personalities really clicked with everyone at that table. And I got to learn about this one guy. He's the one I talked about that got pulled over by the police, but he has found a cool way how to get out of it. So if you want to know that story, go watch the previous video. But I think I've spent some time with him in other situations, and I never got that sense of him that he was that funny, or his personality was able to shine like it did on that day that we had him over. And I was thinking to myself, why? And I think it was the company. I think the people that we were hanging out with was just different from the normal people that we hang out with. So yeah, that was nice to see his personality and everybody else kind of just really opening up because we're having a meal together on the same table. And then the next day we went out to the flower street. And we got to see all the beautiful flowers and hanging out getting some good vitamin D in the sun. And that was fun too. That was pretty draining. We went to the flower street and then we went to Crescent Mall to have a coffee and have some food and have lunch upstairs and spend too much money on that coffee or that drink that we had, because it actually literally cost more than the lunch that we had just ate upstairs in the food court. And then later on we came back home. Then later that night we went out to another friend's house, hung out with some people, and then last night we went out again to some other friend's house and hung out a little bit more. And I'm just feeling beat. I'm just feeling a little, feeling good. Feeling good that I've been able to make more memories and create social time with other people, which I know I need that. But yeah, it's Saturday and I've got a busy Saturday today. But yeah, ever since I've gotten back from the lat, I still feel like I have this mental fog. I just can't speak clearly, or my thoughts don't come as clearly or as fast. And yeah, I don't know what it is. We tried changing up our multivitamins. So instead of taking the B complex, I asked my mom about that, and I said, "Hey mom, like I'm feeling really, really drowsy. I just started taking this new B complex. Could it be that vitamin B complex?" She says, "No, it's most likely not that." So yeah, both the wife and I, we both have like this lethargic, slow thinking thought. Just everything's lethargic right now. I don't know why. Even when I feel like I'm making these videos, I'm not speaking clearly enough, or my thoughts before they come out, they're not all there, all present before I speak, which I don't like that. But yesterday we were at a friend's house, and one of the young teenage girls, her father had asked me to figure out how to pair her new Apple Watch, or not her new Apple Watch, she's had it for a while, but pair the Apple Watch with her Apple phone. And I asked them, well, basically what they need is the password. They forgot the password. And Apple makes it really, really difficult for you to restore your phone or restore a device if you don't have the master password. And one that cuts down on theft. And even if you do steal an iPhone, it's very hard to install a new user onto that phone if the original user doesn't sign off on it. Even if you wipe the data, it'll still say, hey, this phone was linked to person A. Please enter the password for person A for person B to start using it. Like, you need that password. And unfortunately, she lost it. So I told her, like, she's gonna have to back up a lot of her things that she has if she wants to pair the watch to the phone. And it turns out, through the course of the conversation, it really seems like she doesn't really want to use the Apple Watch as much as her father wants her to use it. Because she had made the comment, the father had asked me, hey, is she finished backing up her things? And then she's like, no, not yet. It's because you want me to use the iPhone, that's the Apple Watch, that's why. And I heard that, I'm like, okay. So I just was like, just do your thing. Just know that that may be a process that we can go down, is back up your things and then try to wipe the whole phone and then start all over again. We can try that. But she's got to be willing. And you know, a teenage girl's phone, she's got all her stuff on there. She's got notes and pictures and whatnot, you know, and like she doesn't really want an older uncle like me kind of just like going through everything. I respect that. Even so much to the point that a couple times I'm like, hey, what's the passcode to get past the home screen? And every time I asked her, I know that she gets up, she walks to the phone, and she uses her thumbprint, or she takes the phone and she puts it in herself. She didn't want to tell me the passcode for the phone. I got a little bit irritated because I needed it like every 5 minutes. And like, hey, what's the passcode? She stand up, she go put it in. Hey, what's the passcode? Come on, and puts it in. But I think I've been like that as well too. You know, very, very protective of, you know, my life. And you know, at that point in your life, you know, if you're a teenager, like your phone is your life. And so I get it. Some things that you have, maybe you really like treasure and you really hold really close to your heart, and you really don't let other people use that device, I should say. So maybe that's something for you. Maybe you used to have a nice car, like you love that thing to death, and you didn't want anybody else's, especially if you drove a manual car, you didn't want anybody else messing up your clutch. You know, you had everything fine-tuned for you, and so that was something you held really close to yourself. For me, computers have always been that thing. You know, like I really don't like when people just jump on and start just messing around with things. You know, because it's a finely tuned machine that I've assembled together for my uses and for the way I know how to run it. And if people jump on it and start messing with it, then yeah, that's one of those things like, hey, get off. Clothes, you know, some girls are all about clothes, and you know, don't touch my this, don't touch my that. I can't think of anything else. You have something that is close to your heart and you really hold as if like with a passcode that you don't want anybody else touching. That's a good question to put out there. What is it that you set a literal or figurative passcode on that you really only want to be the thing that uses that? That's a good question. Answer that in the comment section for me. Let me know what that thing is for you. My stepfather, everything was, in Hawaiian we say Kapu, which means forbidden, or they had areas in ancient Hawaiiana that you see the two posts look like an X, like you don't go there, you know? So everything in the house basically was Kapu, especially when it came to his stuff, his table, his pen, and he was a real Nazi about it. He could tell when you've like touched a pen. Yeah, I've got a good story about that. And I just thought about right now that I'll tell in another video about how how anal, how yeah, how militant he was about his stuff. But yeah, that's a story for another video. Thank you guys very much for checking me out today. I'm trying hard. I missed again yesterday, I know, and I blame my accelerometer on my phone, but ultimately it was my fault. I woke up at 5:30. I looked at my clock and I'm like, just screw it. You know, it's not 4:45. It's 5:30 already. You know, screw it. Go back to sleep. Wake up at 7. But it's small things like that I know are not good for me, and I really gotta push through it. But anyway, that's the struggles that I'm dealing with. And if that's it, then I'll take it, right? Yeah. Love you guys. We'll catch you guys in another video. And please leave some comments. Hit the like button or hit a thumbs up in the video or leave me a message. And we'll catch you there. Aloha. Take care.